Hello friends, welcome back to today's class. So in the previous class we have studied, that is in the previous video, I hope you have seen it here, where we have studied your what actually is your marginal PDF, how to find the marginal PDF of any given random variable. Okay, that we have studied, and so based on this as well as the class before to it, based on both the classes, today we will solve a problem on it. So very important friends, such problems will be asked in your V2 examination. So the problem goes something like this. The bivariate PDF is given by, that is fxy x comma y is equal to 1 in the range where now 0 to x, and y is, that is you can say both x and y are between 0 and 1. Okay. So here its value is 1, that is the bivariate PDF value is 1 in the range 0 to 1, that is when your x and y are in the range of 0 to 1, and for all other values it is 0. Okay, so this is the bivariate PDF they were given, and they have told us to find its CDF and marginal densities. Okay, so marginal density means we will be trying to find the PDF. Okay, so see here friends, the first thing they were given is that our PDF is 1 in this range, so therefore it turns out to be something like this, that is it turns out to be a square region. How square region? Please observe, when x is 0 0, when x is 0, y is 0, this is my point. When x is 1 and y is 0, this is my point. And when x is 1 as well as y is 1, this is my point. And when x is 0 and y is 1, this is my point. So when you join all these 4 points, the area will be getting is this thing, that is it will be in the form of a square. So this is very important friends, that our area is in the form of the square. So based on this, the bivariate CDF is given by something like this. It is the formula which we have studied in the previous videos. So it is nothing but fxy, that is minus infinity to y, both variables, and minus infinity to x, fxy x comma y dx dy. So this formula we have studied in the previous classes. So we will be using this formula to solve this problem. Okay, one problem we have here is, one very important thing we have is, we don't know where is our x and y in this region. Where is our x and y, we don't know. So therefore we will be assuming various cases wherein we will try to debug and find out the values for various ranges of x and y. Okay, so we will be trying to find the CDF and marginal densities for various values of x and y. So let us take the first case friends, the first case, that is when x is less than 0 and y is also less than 0. So when that happens, please observe here, when x is less than 0 as well as y is less than 0, I take the board. So this is our first case. So what we are seeing here now, x is less than 0 and y is also less than 0. So that means x is less than 0 means what friends? This value, this range. Whatever you can see here, this is nothing but your x is less than 0. So this is for x. And y is less than 0 means what now? This range, the below range. Okay, so this is nothing but for value y. So this is the range we will be considering. So when we consider this range, what would happen? That x is to the left of the y-axis or below the x-axis, that is whatever the point you have xy, which is either to the left of the y-axis here, okay, or below the x-axis here. Okay, so what do we have our value here? If you observe this, if you observe the PDF which has been given, do we have our value here, that is in the range here and here? No, we don't have. So therefore the value will be what now here? It is 0. The value here, it will be 0. So that's why what we are taken, it's the value is 0. So if you can observe here from the definition, what is the definition you have? This is your definition. So it is nothing but PDF is what now? It is 0. So therefore what we are taken, it is 0. So therefore its integration will be also equal to what now? 0. So for case number 1, our value what we are getting now, it is 0. Why? Because there is no value in this range. Simple thing. Okay, next the case 2. So when we come to case 2, so in case 2 we will be assuming that our x is between 0 and 1 and y is also between 0 and 1. Okay, so let us see how this looks now. That is, both x and y are in the range of 0 to 1. So let us see this. So when it is when x is between 0 and 1, so that means what now? X is between 0 and 1 here in this range. Okay, and what about y? Y is also between what now? 0 and 1. So that means what now? It is here, that is in this range. So that's why we have shaded this area. That's why you can observe here that we have shaded this area. Now what would happen with the integration then? What is the formula we have, friends? It is nothing but minus infinity to x. So please observe here, minus infinity to x, okay, and minus infinity to y. So this formula has to be splitted up now. This formula has to be splitted up. Now how to split this formula? How to split this formula? We will see that. So let us get back to our board. Okay, so if you can observe here, please observe, the first thing is what now? X is from where? Minus infinity to x. So first range is what? Minus infinity to till here, minus infinity to till here, which is nothing but 0, minus infinity to 0. So what is the value from minus infinity to 0? There is no value, so therefore we take it as what now? 0. Next, from 0 to x, till x means what now? We don't know where is our x, so therefore we take it as what now? Till this range. So therefore you can observe here our limits are what? From 0, that is this point to x, that is this whole axis. So this is regarding your x-axis. Similarly, we need to take for y-axis. The y-axis also integration remains the same. That is nothing but minus infinity to y. So you can observe here it is minus infinity to y. So if we can read, if we can trace here, it is nothing but minus infinity is somewhere here, minus infinity is somewhere here, minus infinity to y could be splitted from minus infinity to till here, which is nothing but 0, minus infinity to 0, and from 0 to y, this strip. So from minus infinity to 0 is what now? We already find it in the first case, it is 0. Okay, and from 0 to y we have a value here. From 0 to y we have a value here, and what is its value? This value is nothing but it is 1. So if we can observe here, friends, the limits are what now? For y it is 0 to infinity, sorry, 0 to y. So I hope you are getting why these limits. You just need to split the formula. You just need to split the formula, that is minus infinity to y should be splitted in the different regions. So here my first region is what? Minus infinity to 0 till here. The next region is what? From 0 to upper here till y. Okay, so that's why we written here what now? From 0 to y. So what is the value of your PDF in this range? You can see that it is 1. It is 1. So use that value. Next, we will be integrating first with respect to x. So 1 dx is nothing but its integration is x, and once you put the limits, what are the limits? Lower limit and upper limit are 0 and x. So therefore you will be getting here what now? X itself. Integration is pretty easy. So next you keep this x constant, you take the x constant and you integrate this y with respect to dy. We will be integrating y with respect to dy. So that means what we will be getting? We will be getting our answer as y. So that means this x was there already. So therefore the total answer is xy. So if we observe the second case, what it is? The answer is xy. We have got the answer as xy. So this was your second case, friends. Moving ahead with the next case, that is case number 3. So we'll try to debug this case number 3 now. Please concentrate. Bit tricky problem, but not a difficult problem. Okay, yeah. So this is your case number 3, friends. So in case number 3, what is the value of x we have taken? That x is between 0 and 1 and y is greater than 1. So let us try to debug where is our x. X is greater than 0. So whenever I say x, you need to go something like this. So x is greater than 0, that means 0 is here, 0 is here. So it is greater than 0. So any region here, any region, first we will take any region here, or you can say to not confuse with your x and y axis, so we need to move like this. So any region here between what it is, x is greater than 0. Okay, this thing, x is greater than 0, first thing. Next, What is the other side then? X is less than 1. So that means we had taken this much, we had went outside, so we need to cut it off and we need to say that it is here, it is in this region. So I'll just erase this thing. So I'll just erase this thing, and that means my X range is what now? In this strip, that is greater than 0, yes, greater than 0 and less than 1. So this area, okay, but we need to consider the value of y as well. Y is what now? Greater than 1. So we'll be going vertically like this, y will go vertically like this. So when you go vertically, y is greater than 1, y 1 is here. So that means where it is now? It is in this range, it is in this range. So therefore when I have my y here in this range, that means x is in this range, right? X is in this range, anywhere in this range. So when we speak of x, it is like this, anywhere in this range from here to here. But now what happened? Now y has told us that it is here, the point is here. Y has told us that the point is here. So in that case, what we'll do now? We'll eliminate this lower region. We'll eliminate this lower region. Then we say that y is in this region. Okay, that means our point is here, somewhere here. Our point is somewhere here. So I hope so it is clear. So this is our point. That means what now? When we speak of x, when we speak of x, it is nothing but minus infinity to 0. We have to split. So minus infinity to 0 here, it has been already covered in the previous cases, and we don't have anything to do here. Next comes is what now? 0 to, from this point 0 to x. Okay, so what now? 0 to 1 we have given, but we will not be taking it as 1 because it will be, x could be anywhere here. We don't know where is x. So that's why we have taken here what now? 0 to x. So the first limits are something like this. That is, the lower limit is 0 and upper limit is x. Okay. Now coming to y, friends, y is pretty easy. Why? Because he has already given it is greater than 1. So when it is greater than 1, it means that what now? Here at least we don't have the value of y right now. Okay. So it is what now? It is in the range from, it is in this range. The point is here. So therefore we take it as from 0 to your 1. We don't know in this range where it is. So therefore we are taking what now? It is 0 to 1. Okay. So if you consider all these possibilities, what will be getting at the end now? The fx of y, that is the PDF, is what now? It is 1 for one of the range. For one of the range, that is for your y. So it is nothing but 0 to 1, 1 dx into dy. So when you integrate it, we will be getting here x. Okay. Upper limit and lower limit both are what now? It is x only, 0 to x. So therefore the answer will be getting is x. And when you integrate y, we will be getting y. Integration of 0 to 1 dy is nothing but we will be getting 0 to 1 y. And when you put the limits, the answer you will be getting is it is 1. Okay. So this is what has been done here. We have put the limits and we have got the answer as x. Okay. So please observe here, friends, how to split the value is very important in these problems. So for x it is nothing but minus infinity to x is our limits. So that we have plotted it to what now? It becomes 0. The important thing is y. So how we have plotted y? First comes from minus infinity to 0. That means from the below like this, minus infinity to 0 up till where? Till here. Next is 0 to 1. So from here to here, from 0 to 1. Next is what now? 1 to y, from 1 to y. Okay. So here we have a value. So therefore we have taken here what now? 1. That is the reason we have taken that fxy is equal to 1. Okay. So this is done. Case 3 is done. Next we'll move ahead for case 4. So this case 4 we'll consider now. Please concentrate again. So friends, in case 4, what we have considered? We have considered x as greater than 1 and y is in between 0 and 1. So whatever we have done in case 3 for x, that we are doing it for y now. That's all. Okay. So that means what now? First thing, y is in between what now? 0 and 1. Y is in between 0 and 1. It means that we need to split our formula, friends. Please concentrate here. Our formula tells that it is from minus infinity to y. It is from minus infinity to y. Don't forget the formula, the basic formula. This is our basic formula, minus infinity to y, it tells us. Okay. So minus infinity to y could be split from where now? From minus infinity to 0. That is the first split here. minus infinity to 0. Okay, next split is what from now? 0 to y. Next split is 0 to y. Okay, so this strip anywhere in this strip, fine. Next, now how this shift here into the shaded area, that we will see now. Next thing is what now? X is greater than 1. Please observe this, x is greater than 1. So what do you mean by x is greater than 1, friends? It is nothing but, please here, that is x is somewhere here in the shaded region. Whatever we have shaded here in this region, we have our x. Okay, that means how to split our x now? First split is what? Minus infinity to 0 here till here. Next split is what now? 0 to 1 here. After that what we have? We have 1 to x. 1 to x. These are our three splits. Now where is our value lying then? Where is our value lying? If you observe, for y is in the range of 0 to 1. So therefore we take it as what now? 0 to y. That is nothing but this strip. So this strip has been eliminated, right? So therefore our point lies here. We say that our point lies here, somewhere here. 1 second. Yeah. Our point is in this range. So therefore we have taken the range as what now? It is 0 to y. Now coming to x, friends. Coming to x, if we can observe, where is our x now? It is greater than 1. They have given us it is greater than 1. So if you split minus infinity to 0, the first split, it is 0 here. The next split 0 to 1. In this case here we have an value 1. So that's why we have taken it as 1. And the limits are what now? 0 to 1. Okay. Now coming to the third range, that is 1 to x. Here we don't have any value. We don't have any value, and it has been already taken care that it is nothing but 0. So therefore we are not writing it. So that means what now? The only thing which remains is 0 to 1 dx. Okay. So once you integrate this, you will be getting what now? That is 0 to 1. The integration of 1 is nothing but x, and once you put the limits, limits are what now? 0 to 1. So therefore it is nothing but 0 to 1. So 0 to 1. The answer you will be getting is 1. Next you integrate with respect to y. So integration of y is nothing but y itself, and the limits are also 0 to y. So the final answer is nothing but y. So if you can see here, the final answer we have is y. Okay. So this completes your case 4. Finally coming to the last case, which is case number 5. So case number 5 is bit different. Please observe here, friends. We are taking x is greater than 1, as well as we have taken y as greater than 1. Okay. So that means what now? What is happening here? Let me take the board. Okay. So what we have done? X is greater than 1. So that means if I take this strip, it is greater than 1. We are saying it is greater than 1. That means it would come somewhere here. It would come somewhere in this region. What is the next point we have taken? Y is also greater than 1. Y is also greater than 1 means what? It is nothing here. It would be here somewhere. It would be here somewhere. Okay. So when we speak of like this, we can clearly see that the other regions have been already covered. Like say for example, this region has been covered and this region has been covered. What's remaining then? Only this region is remaining. That's why it takes the form of a square. It takes the form of a perfect unit square. Why we call it as a unit square? Because it has been surrounded from 0 to 1 on the x-axis, and it has been surrounded from 0 to 1 on the y-axis. So therefore we call it a unit square, and it is nothing but what now? Its value is, this value is 1. Whatever the value of this square is there, it is 1. So therefore we directly take that its value is 1. So this completes all the scenarios wherever are the possibilities. If you just recap it, please see here. The first scenario, we have taken all the left hand side values. Next we have come inside, we have taken where exactly is the value. The next is nothing but we have covered the upper area, that is all the y-axis. This strip, totally from this strip we have covered. Next, when you come to the next case, we have covered this axis, that is x-axis, total x-axis. And finally, what was left? Observe very carefully, friends. This strip was covered. Okay, this strip was covered, right? And this strip was covered in case number 1. then what's remaining? Only this strip was remaining. Only this strip was remaining. That we have covered in your case number 5. That we have covered here. So therefore, you can see this could be summarized something like this, that it is nothing but for less than 0, it is 0, and for when it is y is less than 1, you have xy. That is case number, what is this case, friends? Please observe xy when we have got case number 2, that is case number 2. Okay, next we have got x when y is greater than 1, case number 3. Next we have got y when x is greater than 1, we have got y, and finally we have got 1 when both are greater than 1. Okay, so if to summarize it more clearly, let me draw a diagram for you so that it becomes clear for you. So if I have a square, so this is my square. So these are our coordinates. Please remember the coordinates. These are our coordinates. This is 0 0, this is 0 1, this is 1 1, and this is 1 0. Okay, so when y is less than 0, this area, all this area, sorry, one second, yeah, when y is less than 0, next when x is less than 0, this area, so this area is covered. Fine. Next comes is what now? When y is less than 1, and as well as x is also less than 1, so we'll take this area. Next is this area is covered. Okay, next in the third area, what we'll be doing now? In the third area, that it is x is in between 0 and 1 and y is greater than 1, so x is in between here, and y is greater than 1, so this area has been covered. Fine. Next, finally y is in between 0 and 1 and x is greater than 1, so x has become greater than 1 now, so that means this area, so this area has been covered. Okay, so this area we covered. So as I was speaking, friends, this area is covered, all the negative values are covered. What's remaining then? Only one small area is remaining, which is this area. This area is remaining. That's why we have replaced it with your unit square, that is 1 square. So therefore you can see here, this is our last value. So in this fashion we have covered all the 5 values. Okay, so very important problem. Please go through it. Please pause the video and go through it very silently so that you can understand it. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can always come back to me. Okay. Thank you for watching.